optimization. So what is asset optimization? In recent years, there have been many workshops and financial experts, and they often mention about asset optimization. Their main target is the Hong Kong property's owner. The concept is inseparable from refinancing with remortgage, then buying different kinds of financial products or overseas properties to increase passive income and potential return from the portfolio. Since the low interest rate environment has lasted for more than 10 years in Hong Kong, wandering from 1.8% to 2.6%, the cost of property mortgage hit a very low level in the history, and the banks even compete with extra cash rebates for remortgage, from 1% to 2% of the new mortgage size. As long as the property price continues to rise, the owner can ask for the money from the bank at the rate of 2% and use this money to buy any product with the return only more than 2%. It will make a profit from the interest gain. In fact, this concept is not new. It has existed for more than 10 years. The funds raised at that time were mainly used as the first installment of another property and do it over and over again, thus realizing the myth of the Hong Kong property market. For example, when a property buyer has used Hong Kong $400,000 of the first installment for the property worth of Hong Kong $4 million, and when the property value has gone up to Hong Kong $8 million, they could take out Hong Kong $400,000 from the bank as the first installment for another new purchase of property, while the monthly mortgage repayment is in fact bared by the tenant. After the two properties have appreciated in value again, you can buy two more. In Hong Kong, we call it the property loop magic, and many Hong Kong people use this magic to get rich in the last two generations. However, the bubble in Hong Kong property market is a serious issue, and it makes the Hong Kong government to launch a series of property policies when the property market overheats. For example, lowering the mortgage ratio and putting an extra stamp duty for overseas buyers and short-term trade, which shattered this myth. In the old days, there was even a technique for purchasing your first property, even with absolute zero of first installment. But this approach is highly leveraged, leading many speculators have failed to consider the cash flow problem and become negative assets. There are also many ways to pay less taxes by taking advantage of the first placement of relatives and friends or company transactions. So Hong Kong people have always been good at optimizing their assets. But what they only do is very simple because it is the only method they know and they believe in the property market. And it could happen in the past 2 decades because of different factors, example, stable religion, economic policies. They have maintained a steady and exaggerated increase, so they have all been able to make a profit. The problem is when the property has become no longer an option. Most Hong Kong people would have no idea what may be the alternative. In our next episode, we will analyze the alternative investment options and various pros and cons of the current property activation plan with you.